In about 20 minutes before the new hour, we're joined by Dr. Don Clark. Don, a member of the Board of Creation Moments. He's a biochemist, lives in Garden Valley, Texas, and he's been making the rounds today, meeting in Tyler and back. So we're a little later getting started than we planned, but still interesting topic here. David is here too, and David, you can chime in whenever you darn well please.
Okay, I will. I read the article. I'm never buying a new car.
No,
there you go.
That's it.
Pull out
No
the
more.
computer. If you pull out the computer, then your car won't run at all.
Well, the article is from Lauren Fix, and it's Lauren Fix, and it's on. Is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. We're done now.
Lauren Fix has an article on Blaze Media, and I'll just read the opening paragraph to you. Last night, my Ford Bronco installed an automatic software update. By the next morning, it had quietly opted me into sharing additional driving data without asking my permission. She says she caught the change before she's headed out, but now she has some questions. Why does Ford need more information about how I drive? Who benefits from collecting it? And why can a vehicle I already own change my privacy settings without my approval? Don, this sounds a little ominous to me. A little ominous. It's scary.
Oh, a little ominous. Yes. Well, as technology increases, we have, it's, they do it on your phone. All smartphones are sending all kinds of data to various people, depending on which apps you have, but it sends data to the manufacturer. Now, you can disable some of the data by, saying, don't share this. Don't share my data with anybody, including the manufacturer. And supposedly the phone will not do that, but we have no guarantees. Now, with an automobile, you really don't have that choice other than not signing up for the subscription. So when you buy a new vehicle or, within probably the last 10 years, you have, of course, OnStar is probably the first
Are they still active? They were, because my car is a 2012 model. It came with OnStar, which I used a little bit, but not in a decade have I touched that button on the mirror. I'm not even sure OnStar is still operative, are they?
I have no idea. They probably are, but the auto manufacturers are collecting the data themselves directly. So there's no third party system anymore. And so it's built into your computers on your vehicle is called a telematics control unit. And that is the unit that is receiving data from your automobile and sending it to the manufacturer. Now, a lot of the features, a lot of the convenience features, of course, they say, oh, you can do all these things. For example, with my vehicle, if I park my car and within a certain period of time, the car says, oh, I'm parked, but he's not in me, I need to send him a message that the doors are unlocked. And so it sends me a text saying that the doors are unlocked, and I can then, on my phone, proceed to lock my doors, send a message to the via, the internet, via cellular internet, goes to the manufacturer. The manufacturer sends a signal directly to my car and locks my doors for me. Now that's great convenience because I didn't want to get up from the restaurant and say, oh, I forgot to lock my car. And so I can just do it, from the comfort of the restaurant, or if I'm in a meeting, I can do it right there in the meeting. Nobody knows any different. But the problem with these things is that it's collecting how you drive, and my app actually has I can log on, onto the manufacturer's app, and it says, oh, your driving performance is 88 or 90%. So it's tracking my speed. It knows the speed limit in wherever I am, because all the vehicles now have GPS. It knows where I am, knows my speed, knows my position, and it's collecting all of that data. Now, if it knows my speed and it knows where I'm going, the insurance companies would like to have that data. And some insurance companies actually will say, hey, we'll give you a discount if you allow us to tap into that data, because that way we can, if you are a conservative driver and actually drive within the speed limit, we'll give you a special rate. But if you go over the speed limit X number of times, then we're going to charge you an extra $100 a month, because after all, you're more at risk than had you stayed within the speed limit. Well, the computer doesn't know necessarily that, hey, all the traffic is going 10 miles over the speed limit. And if you go the speed limit, you're actually at risk of being hit.
Around here in Texas, if you're not doing 5 or 10 over the speed limit, you're an obstacle.
Yeah, you're an obstacle. So
I could be getting continuously bad reports to my insurance company.
Yes. And so not only, so here's a couple of issues that this type of system, brings up. So the automobile manufacturers are collecting this data. The insurance company says, hey, we want to do statistics with this data. We'll buy the data from you. And all of this is without your permission. Right. So they can get statistical averages on the average, driving performance of a Texan, for example, or a Texan in Dallas, Fort Worth. They can get it as specific as they want, and they can adjust their rates based on the average driver
adjust their rates by your particular driving record, not just
and
change
they can adjust it by your driving record. And companies like Progressive have had this type of capability for a long time, but I think other auto insurance companies now are jumping in. All right, so they can do that.
I suppose they
are
make an argument for that because it affects their bottom line. It does, but there's some other things happening here. In fact, Lauren Fix has written several articles on this kind of software. But she says here that automaker Ford has recently applied for a patent for what it calls the in-vehicle advertisement presentation system. Now, it uses in-car microphones to listen to passengers' conversations and display targeted advertisements. So if you're driving a car with one of the new big computer screens on there, you could be seeing ads pop up not without your permission. Someone's going to just give it to you. It's just kind of like sometimes playing a game on your cell phone. You complete the game, and all of a sudden, or your Nook from Barnes and Noble, or your what's the one from Amazon, the little one. But it just all of a sudden plays commercials, and you can't get out of it until they're over. Then you can
YouTube. I mean, if you watch any YouTube, unless you actually subscribe, it's all about the money and so if the auto manufacturer sees that, I can make some extra money here by selling ads, and how distracting is that going to be to the driver, that an ad pops up that they might even be interested in and they're driving? I mean, that should be outlawed, really. And so, we're displaying the ads for the passenger. We're not doing it for the driver.
I can imagine Alexa's voice or Siri's voice coming on your car and saying, "Say, I hear you understand. You're looking at going to dinner tonight.
Do you want to receive more information on this?"
Yeah.
And you start talking to it. But our civilization these days is bombarded by advertisement. If you have a Facebook account or any social media account, you know that 90% of what's being displayed is an advertisement. And of course, the companies are paying for most of the time paying for that space to be in front of you. And
hold on to your hat, because there's another dimension to this thing. What if, and there's speculated that this is coming to pass, because sometimes now when you especially if you go to a dealership to have maintenance done, they're being urged to install software without your knowledge. And so you're driving around and pumping out all this data information, and who knows where it's going to go. But one of the possible future uses of this information is subscriptions. For example, you have air conditioning on subscription. You don't pay your bill. They cut out your air conditioning.
Yes.
or any other convenience or a service that you're all of a sudden is interruptible.
Right. Well, they're doing it. They're doing it now. For example, if you want the vehicle's map, for example, in GPS, you have to subscribe, to the manufacturer's communication system in order to get those type of things. So I have to subscribe in order to have the luxury of locking my car wherever I am. And I could lock my car on an airplane if I park my car in the airport parking, lot, and my car is unlocked and I get a notification, I can lock my car from there. Anyway, yes, so it's going to
It's just too
subscription.
much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
And
That's just,
so
it's a good argument for a vintage automobile,
yes, it is, and so we're putting this intelligence in quote in in all of our systems, and it's going to come back to bite us for sure.
And
What?
you gotta know that AI is playing a big role in this because what staff members sitting behind a computer in a cubicle are going to be able to access and control and make sense of all this information? It's going to have to be run by artificial intelligence.
Absolutely, and you
Yeah,
just tell the
yeah.
artificial intelligence system what you're looking for, and who to ping and who not to ping, and it'll do it.
Well,
Don't
just
have to have any
thanks for
monitoring.
lightening up my day, Don.
You're welcome. And there's so much more to this story that we may have to take it up for another time.
Yeah, we may just
Two words. Autonomous cars.
Autonomous.
We're almost there.
I think
Belly
we
button.
just need to build our own. We just
Those
get
two.
this car kit and we leave out that aspect of the computer system and just build our own.
Not a bad idea.
I can see you're driving along and your car says, "I'll take it from here, Don."
Yeah, thank you. And that's coming. It is there for
Don, a member of
Teslas.
the board at Creation Moments. I want to recommend their website to you, creationmoments.com, and there you'll find scientific information that supports and explains and teaches the biblical story of creation. It's a tremendous new website, good-looking site, easy to use, and you'd benefit by spending some time there, creationmoments.com. Don, thanks for making me feel vulnerable today.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Anytime.
We'll talk to you next week, okay?
Okay, very good. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.